There, that's where those are supposed to go. It's happening now, we're doing it. This one's called Rated E for Erotic Fan Fiction. Written by, it's Alex now, our head moderator here on Twitch TV. Woo! Okay, I gotta be serious. I'm gonna be as serious as I can, alright? I'm gonna laugh. This is it. Today's the day. Shane woke up at the crack of noon, like he always did. He stepped carefully around the empty bottles of soda and full bottles of piss strewn. I'm gonna start over. Oh fuck! I can't. Oh, I'm gonna cry laughing. I've already got tears in my eyes. It's just. I'm not even reading ahead. I'm just. Woo! Okay. This is it. I'm really bad at this shit, guys. Today's the day. Shane woke up at the crack of noon, like he always did. He stepped carefully around the empty bottles of soda and full bottles of piss strewn about his bedroom floor as he made... This is not a fake reaction, bro. I'm already crying, man. It's setting the scene so good. I'm crying, bro. Oh, this shit's so funny. Okay. I'm gonna start over one more time. This is the one. This is the one. Oh, God, this is the one. Okay. Okay, this is it. Refocus. Oh, God, I'm crying already. This is it. Today's the day. Shane woke up at the crack of noon, like he always did. He stepped carefully around the bottles of soda and full bottles of piss strewn about his bedroom floor as he made his way to the bathroom pile in the corner of the room. Yup, today's the day. It's finally coming. Shane smiled to himself as he pissed on the walls. Woo! Every paragraph's a new adventure. Fuck. Dude, I can't. Oh my god. I knew this is how this was gonna. This is why this was a goal for you guys. You understand? Do you understand what's happening here? Okay, one more time. This time for fucking real. Restarting the song for ambiance. This is it. Today's the day. Shane woke up at the crack of noon like he always did. He stepped carefully around the empty bottles of soda and full bottles of piss strewn about his bedroom floor as he made his way to the bathroom pile in the corner of the room. Yup, today's the day. It's finally coming. Shane smiled to himself as he pissed on the walls of his house and heard it sizzle as it ran down on the radiator, which was always running at full blast. He liked to be as sweaty as possible during the peak gamer hours of 11:30 a.m. to 3:23 a.m. Shane brushed his teeth and mustache, like he always did. After a brisk 2.5 hours of watching peak video gaming on Twitch TV/Layman Striker and scratching his private areas, a knock came at the door. Shane scurried to the door. Arigato, Yubanyoku-sama. I shall open my package post-haste, for within is the object of my deepest dreams. Shane knew he didn't wear pants that morning, and he was proud of it. He had special ordered the package from Amazon last night in a haze, and had nearly forgotten that he requested it to be gift-wrapped. It was, after all, a gift for himself. After tearing off the gift wrap and throwing it in the sink, Shane set the box down on his desk and slowly ran his fingertips up and down the smooth edges. It was warm to the touch, despite it being 90 degrees in his room, and silky smooth. Electricity danced on his fingertips as he slowly undid the flaps, holding its top on. His breath was shaky, and he could feel his head spinning. As he slowly peeled back the top of the box, his heart skipped a beat. Staring back at him were two perky dials on the most immaculate piece of hardware he'd ever laid eyes on. Her dials were ready and waiting on the cardioid setting. Her sleek metal shell was a deep ocean blue, and she was already sitting full erect on her stand in front of him, practically begging to be plugged and used. Ooh, you're staring, the microphone blurted out in a high-pitched voice as she blushed and turned away. Ah, Gamanasai, Mika-chan. Even an important and influential video game streamer like myself wasn't enraptured by your effluent beauty. Blushes and looks away. He did in fact say blushes and looks away out loud. Shane hadn't even noticed he was staring, but decided to play it off, as he has been in this exact situation many times before. He often got caught staring at women with his pants off, and at this point considered himself something of a professional. Mika-chan blushed an even deeper shade of pink. I'm sorry, Streamer-sama. I'm just so nervous since leaving the factory. I'm worried that you won't like me. Mika-chan started to look away, but Shane reached toward her gently, caressed her stand, turning her to face him again, before leaning in even closer and whispering softly into her receiver. Mika-chan, you're the most beautiful microphone I've ever seen, and I know you'll try your hardest for me. Mika-chan couldn't take her sensors off of Shane's lips as he softly spoke to her. Even as the final word danced off his tongue, she was already peeking. She hadn't been plugged in yet, and Mika-chan was peeking. How is that possible? She was such a bad microphone. There's no way Streamer-sama wouldn't notice. Without another word, Shane slowly reached into her box and started rummaging around to find what he was searching for. He brushed up against her instruction booklet and it sent shivers down her casing. But it was nothing compared to when he finally wrapped his calloused fingers around her power supply. Slowly, agonizingly slowly, he began pulling the cord out of her box. He made eye contact the whole time with Mika-chan and couldn't look away, finger length by finger length, until finally, with a little jiggle, the entire cord was out of her box. She felt searing heat and ice cold on all parts of her at once. Shane was breathing heavy and his concentration was forming beads of sweat along his brow. She could feel his heartbeat on her power supply as he took a moment to steady himself. In one swift motion, he held her frame with one hand before pushing her over with the other. The microphone's holes were fully exposed to the entire room and to him. She could feel his breath shaky against her backside as he gripped her tighter and put the USB cord into her port in the perfect orientation first try. She felt her circuits whir as electricity came flowing through her casing, and for the first time it was like Mika-chan felt alive. Peaking again, even harder this time. She could feel the power coursing through her from the cord now fully plunged deep inside of her, and her insides practically vibrated with the intensity of it all. The world was spinning in all directions at once, and the cord Shane plugged into her was the only thing keeping her from flying off the face of the earth while she was hopelessly along for the ride. The dialog boxes opened and closed as she interfaced with the software and had her parameters checked. By the time she finished her boot up sequence and finally came to her senses, she saw Shane had already fallen asleep. Oyasumi, Streamer-sama, she whispered, though she could barely hear herself over his snoring and farting. Maybe I am good enough after all. Oh! That's it. It's over. End scene. Oh my god.